Yo, everybody, welcome back to the motherfucking Minority Sports Report Rasslin edition. Woo! I'm your boy, Big Black.
And I'm your boy, Scam Dollar.
With the deaf ears, make sure you subscribe to the channel, make sure you like the video, make sure you hit the bell icon too. We're gonna jump into some wrestling. We had some cool shit that happened.
Yeah, kick it off with some Impact. They had their weekly show Thursday. Kicked it off with Josh Alexander. If you remember last week, he said that he was exercising option C,
right,
which is where he turns in his X Division championship for a world championship shot. So he came out and he kind of looked like he was debating on whether or not to actually do it, kind of with Scott, the executive vice president, Scott D'Amore. Christian Cage came out and kind of sounded like he was trying to talk him out of it, but he ended up doing it, so that match is definitely going to happen. They got interrupted by Ace Austin and Madman Fulton. Ace Austin believes that he was the number one contender, so that's why he came out to talk shit. He was trying to make it a triple threat match for the belt, but Scott D'Amore said that Josh Alexander and Ace Austin were going to have a match later on that night to determine the true number one contender, even though, I mean, Josh Alexander rightfully has it since he turned in his belt.
Right.
But at the end of that, Ace Austin and Madman Fulton laid out Christian Cage and Josh Alexander to end that little segment.
You said they laid him out?
Laid him out, yeah.
Oh,
beat him up.
Gotcha.
After that, we had David Finlay of Finjuice. He came out and defeated Hikuleo, a member of the Bullet Club, because these two squads got beef. Well, Finjuice ain't really a squad, they're just a tag team. But David Finlay came out with his partner, Juice Robinson. Hikuleo came out with fellow Bullet Club, new Bullet Club member, Chris Bay. But yeah, like I said, Hikuleo lost the match. After the match, Hikuleo attacked Finlay, and then Juice Robinson jumped in, tried to save Finlay. Chris Bay jumped in to help Hikuleo. Finjuice ended up getting the upper hand, and that's when my homie, El Phantasmo, from New Japan, the Japanese side of New Japan, he came out to help his fellow Bullet Club members. He's making another run in Impact. I think this is his second or third time showing up on Impact.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, he came out to help his Bullet Club members, and they laid out Finjuice, did their little too sweet, and then that was the end of that.
Nice.
Yep. Then we had some intergender wrestling, which Impact seems to do more than any other organization. Because I know WWE, I believe they don't allow any of the male wrestlers to hit any of the female wrestlers, or at least that was the rule before.
That's what I remember too.
Well, in Impact, you could have a full-on match because Rohit Raju, he defeated Matt Cardona's girlfriend, Chelsea Green, in a match with a little help from his returning former Desi Hit Squad member, Raj Singh. I don't know much about this dude. I don't know how long he was out or what happened, but he came in and helped Rohit Raju beat Chelsea Green, who had Matt Cardona trying to help her.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, yeah. She wasn't out there by herself.
Okay.
She wasn't out there by herself.
I'm like, this nigga needed an extra person. Like, damn, they're about to bury this fool.
Well, she was doing her thing. She was holding her own. It's not like it was just straight beating on her. But yeah, got a little help there. So Rohit Raju beat Chelsea Green. Then we had Rich Swann and Willie Mack teaming up again. They defeated the team of Brian Myers and VSK. Nothing really spectacular there. I mean, it was a solid match. Rich Swann, Willie Mack are great.
Oh, yeah.
The other two, who cares? But yeah, it was all right. Next up, Mickie James came back to Impact again and officially laid out a challenge to Deonna Purrazzo, who's the Impact Knockouts champion. And she came out, laid out the challenge. Deonna Purrazzo straight out denied her, told her no, she's not getting the match. Basically, like, who do you think you are, kind of deal. They started beating each other up.
Who do you think you are?
The executive vice president, Scott D'Amore, came back out and basically he said, like, Mickie James is a legend. She could do whatever the fuck she wants, so she's getting her match. So yeah, Mickey James, looking as sexy as ever, is going to challenge Deonna Purrazzo for that Impact Championship.
On pay-per-view.
Yes, that's going to be that Bound for Glory pay-per-view, which is what I found out is their like WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So that's getting more and more stacked by the week.
Tight.
And then in the main event, like I mentioned earlier, Josh Alexander took on Ace Austin and successfully got the win, despite some interference from Madman Fulton. After the match, Ace Austin and Madman Fulton attacked Josh Alexander because that's what heels do. And then Christian Cage came out, tried to help him out. He got beat down too.
Again.
And then, surprisingly, the returning Christopher Daniels, who's, I believe, still signed with AEW, but because of the Forbidden Door shit, he returned to Impact and helped Christian Cage and Josh Alexander clear the ring. So, yeah, good to see him back around.
Hell yeah. I enjoy his old ass.
Yeah. So, yep, that was Impact. New Japan, the Japanese side still doing their G1 Climax 31 tournament. Like I said, there's way too many matches for that shit. There's like an A block, a C block. Like there's so many matches going on. It's hard to keep track. So I'll just when we start narrowing it down to like the semifinals and shit like that, I'll start covering them.
It's bad. Like even when they're not doing these kind of like tournaments and shit, they have like 1,000 matches a week anyway. So like,
yeah, and I believe I don't believe it's like single elimination. I think if you like, you may have to lose multiple times to get eliminated completely. I think I'm not 100% sure on that, but yeah, that shit's still going on. Well, because of a 2-hour Rampage, I wasn't able to, and also a busy weekend for me. I wasn't able to watch New Japan Strong, which is the U.S. side. So I'll get back to that again next week.
Yeah, no worries. We ain't worried.
Jumping into AEW, we had double dose of Grand Slam from Arthur Ashe Stadium in New York. First one kicking off Wednesday was Dynamite.
Dynamite.
They started off with a non-title match between Kenny Omega and Bryan Danielson. And they went to a time limit draw in a fantastic match. Yes. Yeah, they put on a hell of a show to open up that show.
I was very impressed. That was my first time seeing Daniel Bryanson, Bryan Daniels, whatever you know him as.
Bryan Danielson.
I was saying that for not you, but that was my first time watching him wrestle. And man, I was like, I get it. I see why people like this dude, because him and Kenny, it looked like they've been wrestling together for fucking decades, you know? Yeah. Like, there was a couple of missteps, but nothing like crazy. Like, damn, those motherfuckers are talented.
I don't think either of these two have crossed paths before.
No, I think this is their first time wrestling each other. Yeah. And that's why I was just like blown the fuck away, because Kenny Omega is an excellent wrestler. And then for him to come in and hold his own with his first match against this dude and just keep the fucking bar way the fuck up here the whole time was just like, wow. I'm very, very impressed.
Now, from what I know, like I said, we don't watch WWE, so I don't know how accurate this is. But from what I understand, I don't think Bryan Danielson's been in much action within the last year or months or whatever with WWE before he came over. So, yeah, good. He put on a hell of a show for however long of a break he had in between.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, went to a time limit draw. After the match, Adam Cole and the Young Bucks came out and hit Danielson with a triple super kick. And then that's when Christian Cage, that's when Christian Cage and Jurassic Express came out to help out Bryan Danielson chase off the, the Super Elite, I believe they're called?
The Super Click.
Super Click, that's what it is.
Yeah. It's that. Wasn't that the old WWE shit with like Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon and fucking
Kevin Nash?
Kevin Nash and shit.
They were the Click.
Oh, the Click. Okay, yeah. My bad.
So they're the Super Click. After that, we had kind of a grudge match. MJF and Brian Pillman Jr. So they've had beef over the last couple weeks, but MJF again beat Brian Pillman Jr. in a solid match.
Yeah. Brian still got a little bit to go.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
But like, it wasn't bad by any means. Like, it wasn't bad. MJF didn't carry him. I was, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was kind of expecting MJF to carry him through the match, but no, he definitely he held his own. I think his timing with the audience has to get a little better because he knows what he's doing in his head, and he's already like doing the next shit and like trying to get a pop. But I think he's still a little too fast because it's like let the people catch up to what that amazing shit you just did before you go crazy, you know. So I think that just comes with experience. And then, like I said, I don't recall being like, oh, that was sloppy. You know, it was more or less just pacing on his part, audience engagement, and sucking us into the story. That was my only complaint about it, and it's not even really a complaint. It's just like this dude's new to the game and he's getting better.
Yeah, still young. But yeah, so after that, we had Malachi Black and Cody Rhodes going at it. Cody Rhodes came out with Arn Anderson and the returning Brandy Rhodes. Fresh off of popping a baby out of that body. Looking great for what it's only been like 3 months or something like that. 3 or 4 months. Some
shit like that. Yeah. It's not been a long time.
But yeah, she was definitely putting in work to come back. But yeah, Malachi Black got the win in that one. He got the win by spitting some kind of shit in Cody's face when the ref was knocked out.
Yeah,
and
he was able to roll him up.
Able to roll him up with your favorite pin and maneuver.
Schoolboy pin. The schoolboy. Cody got booed.
Hard. Yeah, I was just going to mention that.
Word.
So I was reading an article. Oh, Jesus Christ, I can't say that right. Reading an article that basically said that AEW should take this opportunity to push Cody as the heel since it's like naturally happening. But I believe Cody has said that he'd rather retire than turn heel again. I'm not sure if that's a true quote or not, but that's what I read in that article. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, it definitely seems like it's his opportunity to turn heel if he wants, because the fans were booing the shit out of him.
Yeah, because he did that shit with the black hair and all the dark suits. And I'm like, oh, is this heel Cody? Like, what's going on? And then he's like, back to Captain America. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. But I think he should turn heel. I think so.
Yeah. I mean,
it's not, what's it called? Like a face heel or something? Like he's a heel, but he's still kind of like a good guy. I forget the wrestling term for it, but.
Well, yeah. But basically he's a good guy that the fans are starting to hate.
Yeah.
I think it's mainly because he's the boss, kind of.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
But it's weird because, like, he's more of the boss than the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega, but they're all executive vice presidents. Like, they're all the same title. It's weird. It's weird. But, I mean, the other ones are heels already. So, and it would be interesting if he does turn heel, because then he could join them. I mean, they were all Bullet Club at one point in New Japan. So, I mean, it would, I mean, it could fit. It will work. But, we'll see what happens.
Damn, boy.
After that, we had Sting and Darby Allin teaming up again, defeating FTR in a great match. Don't remember too much that happened.
Stinger got it still.
Yeah.
Stinger's doing top rope shit still. Even if it's a crossbody, it's still top rope.
Yep, won it with his patented Scorpion Deathlock.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, solid match.
FTR, they're great fucking wrestlers too, man.
Oh, and I should have sent it to the group text, but I found a great meme. It was Sting of the Hill, and it had the dad as Sting, and Bobby was Darby Allin.
Yeah, fucking Cortez actually sent that. So
he did? Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's just funny.
So after that, we had the main event. It was the AEW Women's Championship. Dr. Britt Baker successfully defended against Ruby Soho. Baker was able to get the win with a very helpful distraction from Rebel and Jamie Hayter, obviously. But yeah, solid match there too.
Everybody can wrestle. At least the people that putting on like TNT, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's great.
We can't talk much for Dark and Elevation because we don't watch that as much or at all. But Dynamite and Rampage are definitely doing its thing.
Yeah.
Speaking of Rampage, we had a 2-hour edition for their Grand Slam Rampage, also from Arthur Ashe Stadium in New York. This one kicked off with CM Punk going for revenge against Powerhouse Hobbs. He was able to get the win there. Punk got the win with a failed interference / distraction attempt from Hook. I don't remember exactly what he tried to do, but whatever he tried to do, it did not work. CM Punk was able to still get the win there. Hit Powerhouse Hobbs with the go to sleep, which I was surprised with because that's a big boy to hit like that.
That's a big motherfucker for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised too. It's like, good shit, dog. Again, another wrestler that I've never seen wrestle, and I'm like, damn.
Yeah, I've seen very little of CM Punk. I've seen more of him than I've seen Bryan Danielson. But I was impressed.
And he's just having fun. He's literally having his dream matches. Like, it's fucking tight.
Yeah. After that, we had the Super Click, the Young Bucks and Adam Cole taking on Christian Cage and Jurassic Express.
That was great.
Obviously, because they did that little run in at the end of the Kenny Omega Bryan Danielson shit. So they had their match here. And the Young Bucks and Adam Cole got the win over Christian Cage and Jurassic Express in a solid, fantastic match.
Primo.
After that, we had the American Top Team sponsored Men of the Year, I guess. Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page. They defeated the team of Chris Jericho and Jake Hager. After that match, American Top Team came out. I forgot exactly everybody who was there. I know Paige Van Zant was there. Masvidal was there.
There was a bunch of
Junior
motherfuckers.
Dos Santos was there.
There was a lot of motherfuckers there.
But yeah, they all came out, took their turns fucking up Jericho and Hager. Paige Van Zant hit some body shots on Jericho. Masvidal, was it Jericho that he hit with the knee?
I think it was.
Yeah, he basically threw the same knee that he knocked out Ben Askren with at Chris Jericho. Because I guess that's what everybody knows Masvidal for now, is that flying knee. But so that was that. We'll see what happens with this weird American Top Team feud with the Inner Circle, or with all of AEW, apparently.
Yeah.
After that, in an awesome match, we had the Lucha Brothers and Santana and Ortiz teaming up in the 8-man tag versus the Hardy Family Office, which was the team of Private Party and the Butcher and the Blade.
Oh my god.
And this match was insane. Crazy shit going all over the place.
Insane.
Jack Evans tried to interfere for the Hardy Family Office, but got stopped by Orange Cassidy on the ramp. I don't remember too much after that either.
No, it was the match was just fucking.
It was just an awesome match.
Yeah, it was so fucking good.
Awesome match, especially the Lucha Bros, man. You can't match with them, you can't go wrong.
That's how I feel about Private Party too. Like,
yeah, true.
They're getting there, but they're not there yet. But every time it's like Lucha Brothers, yes. Private Party, I'm like, let's go. I'm fucking in it because they're fucking. Sure.
I don't exactly remember where this happened in the show, but because of this match and the Hardy Family Office losing and having a few losses in a row, kind of, Matt Hardy was pissed and said that he wanted Orange Cassidy in a hair versus hair match, but not versus him. He put up Jack Evans' hair instead of his own. Right.
That was so good.
So we're gonna have a Orange Cassidy versus Jack Evans hair versus hair match at some point. I don't know if that's this week on Dynamite or not, or Rampage, one of the two, I think. But after that, we had Penelope Ford defeating Anna Jay with some helpful interference from the Bunny.
It was after this match, I think.
It might have been after this match.
Yeah,
because this is also Hardy Family Office.
Yeah.
That makes sense. But so the Bunny was able to distract the ref and pass the brass knuckles over to Penelope Ford, who knocked out Anna Jay for the win. After the match, Hardy Family Office came out with, not with them, but came out to try to like celebrate and fuck up Anna Jay. But Orange Cassidy, Chris Statlander, and the Dark Order came out to make the save. It looked like the Dark Order Civil War was about to end because I forgot who it was that extended his hand to Evil Uno, but Evil Uno walked away. The dude with the long hair, but I can't think of his name.
I was like, I can't think of his name right now either. It just slipped my mind. I wanted to say Alex something, but it's probably, I don't think it is.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But he tried to extend the hand to reunite the Dark Order, but Evil Uno refused and walked off. And as he walked off, Stu Grayson kind of was like, oh, fuck, and just kind of followed his boy Evil Uno out of the ring. So we'll see what's going to bring the Dark Order back together. My guess, like I told you before, Hangman Page. Or what a fellow wrestling head told me, Bray Wyatt, if he makes his AEW debut, it would make sense for him to reunite them because he was a friend and former partner of Brody Lee.
Yeah.
So that could also fit.
That would be.
But my money's on Hangman. My money's on Hangman just the way it's been going because he's had that relationship with the Dark Order from jump pretty much.
Why not use both?
True.
No, that would be fucking crazy.
It would be kind of a waste. Two big names like that. It would just be like another civil war. Both of them trying to fight for power kind of deal. But I don't know. I'm not the booker.
No.
But so at the end of that event, we had the lights out unsanctioned match between Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston and the team of Suzuki Gun, which is Minoru Suzuki and Lance Archer. These four guys beat the shit out of each other.
But
Moxley and Eddie Kingston were able to get the win. After the match, even though Eddie Kingston got the win, Jon Moxley and Suzuki were still fighting through the fucking crowd. And I believe they fought all the way until the show went off the air.
Yeah.
And they disappeared into the crowd or in the back or some shit like that. But great match. A lot of crazy shit happened just because these two, they're just a bunch of tough dudes beating the fuck out of each other.
Pretty much.
Yeah. And those lights out matches, basically anything goes because AEW is not being held responsible.
Yeah.
Yeah. They literally shut the lights off and turn it back on. Like, all right, we wash our hands with this shit.
Yeah.
You're on.
No, it was fucking fantastic. It was good. The weapon choices were good.
Shit. Yep.
The moves were spectacular.
Yep.
All solid ass wrestlers. Yeah.
Suzuki was a busy boy last week. He was on fucking AEW. I believe he was on New Japan Strong. But like I said, I didn't watch it. I think I seen that he was on there. He was on a couple of GCW events. So yeah, very busy dude on vacation over here from Japan.
Hell yeah, that shit's tight.
That was Rampage.
And,
that's all I got.
That's all he got. I did want to see real quick. What was it? The Dark Side of the Ring episode.
Oh yeah, shit! I forgot to mention that.
Oh no, it's all good. Chris Kanyon.
Yep.
It was fucking great. It was fucking
Who
sad.
better than Kanyon?
Yeah, it was so good, man. Like it was so good. Like I wish he was still alive because he'd definitely be like fucking.
I was a big fan of Kanyon because like I've mentioned to you before. I don't know if I mentioned on this, but I probably mentioned on the show. But I was a huge WCW dude. I remember Chris Kanyon. I remember the Mortis character that he came out with when he fought that bootleg Sub-Zero dude named Glacier. Like I remember all that shit.
So what's funny is shit. I remember Glacier in that fight because I was such a diehard Mortal Kombat fan, and I was like, "Oh shit!" I thought that dude was like a fake Shao Kahn. Like it's so.
Yeah, and then after that, he joined Raven. He was part of Raven's crew for a while after that. But fantastic wrestler. In the episode, the Young Bucks said he basically was doing indie wrestler shit that people are doing now back in the late 90s, early 2000s, which was kind of unheard of at that time.
Yeah, and it's fucking true.
He was labeled the innovator of offense. And he was secretly gay, and that fucking
tore him up.
Ate him alive.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Which is
and he also sad. He from what the Sinister Minister dude, from what he was saying, it sounds like he had a lot more mental issues than just that going on too.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I mean, you never really know.
Yeah.
But
super sad episode.
Really good, as usual.
Yeah. And surprisingly, I had no idea that he was a mentor to the Young Bucks and Brian Cage.
I didn't know that either.
Which was awesome to see because now it makes sense. We've heard Brian Cage say, who better than Cage?
Yep.
Who better than Kanyon?
Yep.
We've seen the Young Bucks and Brian Cage use multiple moves that Kanyon was known for. So, awesome to see.
It's fucking tight. His legacy is on. It's living.
For sure.
Hell yeah. And we are done. Thank you guys for watching the fucking Minority Sports Report Rasslin edition. No, you can follow us all collectively at TMS Report. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you hit the bell icon so you get all the notifications. Skame, where can they follow you?
Follow me at Skame666.
Oh, follow me. I am at the Beatnik. Thank you so much for watching this. We'll be back next week. Peace.